Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a few different ways you can make money from YouTube without having to rely on ads, which of course requires you to have like 1,000 subscribers and so many views and watch time and stuff like that to do it. So you can actually do these from an earlier point in your channel before you even have that many subscribers, or you can do this later on if you just want to make more, because a lot of times ads is not the best way to monetize. But one way is you can create a membership. So people can actually pay a membership fee to get exclusive content from you on YouTube. So you'll notice that Mr. Beast, which is one of the biggest YouTubers out there, has a join button here. You also see this with many others as well, where they might chat with their fans one-on-one. If they pay a subscription, they get more exclusive time with their favorite YouTubers. You might have exclusive content that's more informative, like say Graham Stephan is another example of someone who, he's more of an educational channel where he will give finance advice and things like that. So he might have questions that he'll answer directly on there, maybe in a webinar every week if you pay the subscription, or maybe you get, things like that to just kind of give special perks to your members that pay, say, $10 a month or so to join on YouTube. It's kind of like Patreon. So Patreon is very similar, and I believe Patreon actually came out because there was nothing like this at the time, which of course YouTube decided to make something to compete with that later with this join button and the membership program. But those two are kind of similar in that Patreon, you do the same type of thing. You pay a monthly fee, you get exclusive content from certain creators, whether it's a blogger, whether it's a YouTuber, podcast, etc. And then you can get, special perks. And then of course you get special perks this way if you're a user. And then as a person who has a Patreon account and has followers that are paying membership fees, you have a kind of predictable amount of income coming in each month, whereas ads can always be up and down. So it's a great way to have a membership program without having to build a website around that, which can be very difficult. So it makes it easier for you to have a membership program instead of having to do it on your website yourself or hire a web developer to set that up for you, which would be very expensive. So like an example of a YouTube channel that uses Patreon instead of the YouTube subscription program is the Fantasy Footballers. They're more known as a podcast, but they still have 220,000 subscribers on YouTube because they record their podcast in video form as well. But it's about fantasy football, and what they do is they have you support them on Patreon, and when you do that, you get either $5 a month, you get certain perks, $10 a month, you get more, and then of course $20 a month, you get certain things like signed photos from your favorite guys on the podcast and all sorts of stuff. So you get bonus content to make you a better fantasy football player, or you can get bonus like signed merch and all kinds of stuff and the elite package when you pay $20 a month. Another way you can monetize your YouTube channel is through affiliate marketing by using different products that you support. Maybe you have some sort of video channel where maybe you have some sort of YouTube channel like say TechSource where you build computers, or you have some sort of gaming setup that you do, or you have whatever else, and you have these descriptions for your videos. As you can see right here as an example, they'll have like the parts that you can get in the US for this PC build, and you can buy them through Amazon, and then he'll get a commission because he's helping Amazon or the companies on Amazon sell these products. So he gets a commission for basically doing the marketing for them, and he makes money that way. He can also make money off ads and stuff as well, but it's just another way to monetize your channel. You can do a channel based on parts like this where it's built around doing PC builds or making things out of certain products, or talking about different supplements if you're, say, a fitness channel, and then you can link to whatever products you tend to cover, and it'll usually be on something like Amazon Associates or any other affiliate program, and then you get commissions for helping them sell. You can also check out a site like ShareASale. They have a lot of different ones on here as well, and they have all sorts of programs with all sorts of major stores on ShareASale as well. And you can even check for brand specific programs like say Bluehost, for instance. A lot of people will show you how to build a website on YouTube, and they'll mention Bluehost because they have a really good affiliate program. But they have their own affiliate program where, you know, you might get the commission directly from them instead of having to go to a middleman like ShareASale. So another thing you can do is sponsorships. So just like Instagram, just like Twitter, you can become basically a YouTube influencer and have people sponsor your posts. They'll have you do maybe a review of their product and send you the product for free. So that's another perk. You a lot of times can get free product from doing this. One website that kind of helps you get matched with different companies like this is chamboost.com. Although it's not a major website, they did have some other ones before for YouTube, but they got kind of reconstructed as far as like YouTube specific sponsorship sites. So there's a few out there kind of like Chamboost. They get a little bit of traffic. They have some companies you can partner with, or you might just want to have your email or something like that on your channel where people can contact you. So for instance, when you look at a channel, you have this little sidebar here in the top right of a channel usually. So you see like social media links. You might have an email or something depending on which YouTuber it is. But usually you can find either a link to a website or a link to an email where you can contact them about business inquiries, and you want to have that for yourself if you want to be open to sponsorships. So to do that, if you have a link to your website, you can basically have a media kit, which is a page on your website that looks something like this. Just as an example, it'll show how many views you get per video or so, how many subscribers you have, how much likes, how many comments you get, and things like that, just so brands have an idea of, you know, what your analytics are like, as well as what kind of demographic you attract, so they can decide whether or not you are their target audience, and they might want to, say, help get a sale by using your channel. Another method is to do YouTube Live. YouTube Live is another way you can get paid. Basically, you get paid usually through like Super Chat and donations. So Super Chat, now if you look at YouTube Live, some of these don't even do this, but some influencers, like, you probably won't see NBC News and stuff doing Super Chat, but if you see someone like who's an individual vlogger or something like that, they'll have something that looks like this. So they'll be on YouTube and people can pay money because they support you or because they're trying to get a question in front of you, and they pay you money to get that question pushed to the top so that you see it and you read it. And so if you're watching somebody on YouTube Live, a lot of times they'll take little moments to thank people who donate to the channel or that do these little Super Chat donations. So you might have $5 here, $10 there, depending on what it is, but it's just another way to monetize. So next you have merch. Back to Mr. Beast as an example with his 43 plus million subscribers. But one big thing that he does is merch. So you can shop directly under the YouTube description of his videos, and you can see merch, different t-shirts, different hats, and all that stuff with his branding on it. And when you do that, when you click on it, it'll take you to a page like this where you can buy it directly, and it'll probably use some sort of print-on-demand service, which is basically something like, say, Teespring or Redbubble or something like that. Now, certain ones are supported directly by YouTube. I believe Teespring is, but I'm not sure about Redbubble. But they support maybe like 5 to 10 different ones where people can have merch for sale directly in their YouTube descriptions, like I showed you here for Mr. Beast. And they don't have to have all the inventory in a warehouse somewhere or in their garage because it's print on demand, meaning people will buy it, and then the company who does the fulfillment of it, like say Teespring, will print it, pack it, and ship it to them. They'll take care of customer support and they'll do all that stuff, but they take a cut of the sale. So this also is great branding. So if people are walking around with your logo and your channel name all the time, then that's like person-to-person advertising right there, and they're literally paying you to advertise your brand instead of the other way around. So it's another perk just to doing merch. Another thing you can do is if you have some sort of professional service, like say you're a lawyer or you are a social media marketer or something like that, you can create videos that show your expertise, and then you can sell your services, like done for you services. You can do consulting where people pay you a certain amount per hour to, say, review their YouTube channel and give them advice. Whatever it is, depends on what you're doing. I've seen lawyers do things like this on YouTube. You see video creators as an example of one where they basically specialize in building YouTube channels. They have 500,000+ subscribers, so they know what they're doing. And they have all sorts of different videos that have to do with building channels and building a brand using videos. So their target audience is people that are YouTubers, people that are looking to build a larger YouTube channel and make money from it. So you can join with his subscription program here and get exclusive content, probably participate in certain exclusive webinars and stuff. Ask Tim Schmoyer, who's the founder of Video Creators, direct questions, or ask his staff direct questions by joining. Or you can go to his website, which he has a link to right here in the top right next to his social media handles, and then you can buy his ebooks. You can get a consultation, you can get done for your services and things like that. So if you're a company who does those types of things, you can sell them and monetize your YouTube channel that way. Another thing you can do is info products. So for instance, you look at video influencers. It's two guys who are, two YouTubers, 600,000+ subscribers. They have multiple ways that they're promoting their content as well. You see their membership program. You also see that they have an ebook that you can get on Amazon with a direct link to it and a kind of advertisement as their channel art. So that's another way you can do this. You can have an ebook on, say, whatever you are talking about. Usually this is better for informative channels, for educational channels. So if you're teaching people about marketing or YouTube or whatever, then you can have an ebook that they can buy. Now, this can work for entertainment channels and stuff, but it's probably not as likely to work. Now, you can also sell online courses. So another example would be, say, digital marketer. They might have some YouTube videos on how to market your business in different ways, and then you go to their products page on their website, which they'll probably have a link to in their YouTube description if they're doing it right. And then they have all these different courses you can get for $295, and people buy these to get very good education on how to market in certain ways. So how to create funnels, how to do video ads, how to do email marketing and things like that. So those can be very lucrative as far as the pay. But if you don't have your own website yet, you can start out doing courses on Udemy. And again, you can publish ebooks on Amazon by self-publishing through kdp.amazon.com. That way you don't need to have a website to sell ebooks or courses. You can use those two services that will host them for you, that have their own marketplace, and then you can branch out later on. So another thing you can do is referrals. So this is pretty similar to affiliate marketing, except referrals have to do with usually just getting somebody to sign up for a free trial or to sign up for a free service that just wants to get more users. So for instance, apps. There are a lot of apps out there that will pay you to get them new users. So whether it's a game, whether it's an app that has to do with making money or whatever it is, there are a lot of them that just want people to try out their app, and they will pay marketers or YouTubers to do that for them. So if you go to, say, apps that pay you on YouTube and click search, you'll see a lot of different types of videos like this. You'll also see a few of mine that are ranking. So like 10 highest rated apps that pay you money, 13 iPhone apps that pay you money via PayPal. Those are some of the videos I've actually done. And some of the apps I mentioned in these have referral programs. So like, say, Feature Points is one of the ones, and I've earned quite a bit of money from referring new users to this app. And that's what they pay very well for, not only for the things that you get paid to do, which is cashback, online shopping, doing free trials, surveys, and all that stuff, but they pay people to basically get new users for them, and that's how they grow their audience. So that's another thing you can do. It's easier than affiliate marketing because no one has to buy anything for you to get paid, but you get paid less per referral, of course, than you would per commission from affiliate marketing. So another thing you can do is physical products. You can sell art. You can sell whatever else. Maybe you are, a cooking channel and you sell your own brand of cookies on Amazon or something. You can sell all sorts of your own physical products and do that. So another thing you can do is sell your own physical products, whether you are an art channel, whether you are a photographer and sell your own prints, maybe you are a cooking channel and you sell your own, boxes of cookies or your own protein powder or something from your YouTube channel. And you can do that through all sorts of websites. Now, of course, Amazon is one where you can sell pretty much anything. Now, if you do more like arts and craft type stuff, or handmade type of projects, you could do Etsy.com, create an Etsy store, sell all sorts of art, sell all sorts of fashion, all sorts of stuff like that. Create a store on Etsy and then get YouTube videos to drive the traffic to them. So for instance, you could do, say, like how to paint something, and then you could get paid for doing tutorials. And then if people really like that painting that you're done with at the end of the video, they can actually go and buy it on your Etsy store. And then that's another way that you're earning money. So you're making money from, say, ads, and then you're also making money from, you could even have a membership program where people get one-on-one lessons with you by paying a membership, or maybe they have, a more personalized webinar or something where you're with maybe 10 or 20 of your top fans at a time, and you do more intimate lessons with them, and then they can buy the finished product on your store. Now, you can also sell digital products like software, plugins, themes for your website, and things like that. You can, for instance, look at the fantasy footballers. As I mentioned kind of earlier, they use Patreon as one way that they make money, but one other thing that they really do well is they have a service where you can pay to get the best information. You can pay to get the best spreadsheets, the best templates for doing well in fantasy football. So you might get an app, you might get some sort of access to software or a spreadsheet, again, for helping you make better decisions when you're drafting a fantasy football league, or when you're mid-season and trying to make certain decisions. So you can do that and become part of their program by purchasing their products or their membership at their website, which is at thefantasyfootballers.com. So just another example, you could sell individual things, you could sell memberships, you could sell a theme for a website, you could teach people how to build websites and then sell your own themes. There's a lot of different ways you can go. Sell your own software, sell your own plugins, and things like that. And then last but not least, you can basically just build an email list by getting traffic from YouTube and then having a link in the description where people sign up to your list, and then you keep it very specific to a certain niche. So if you are maybe teaching people how to do marketing, for instance, you could build a niche email list using a service like GetResponse or MailChimp or Infusionsoft or Aweber. There's a lot of different ones out there where you build an email list and then you can market to them all the time, or you can get paid for others to market to your list. So some people they have money and they will pay to do ads to an email list, but they don't want to actually have to build the list themselves. They want to go and find lists that are already being built by other marketers. So Nextmark.com is one like marketplace where you can find people who are just looking to advertise to an email list. So you can build an email list. You don't have to be the one to sell products. You can let other people do that, and they pay you for every click on their email ad that they send with your permission, of course. But another thing, you have to have like text in your fair use and all that stuff on your website that lets people know that you may allow solo ads to them when they subscribe. So you have to kind of have legal disclaimers for that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind as well if you're just going to do solo ads and let people email your list. So keep that in mind, but it's another way you can monetize your channel. So hopefully this was helpful, and these are just a few different ways you can monetize your channel without having to rely on AdSense, and a lot of times these actually pay more. So definitely try them out, and I'll see you in the next video.